Well, a few months of player in the books, and all that's left to do is to crown a champion, as it is the UFL Championship Preview time. Before we do, though, I want to quickly say if you are new, subscribe, it would be really appreciated. Leave a like and comment down below who you have taken the crown this year. But now, let's get right into it. We start things off by talking about the XFL Conference Champion in the DC Defenders, as they are the listed road team for this game. And the thing with DC is their offense is not as balanced as it should be. It is a very, very pass happy offense because that is what primarily works for them. They are first in the league passing wise in three different categories: total yards, passing touchdowns, and attempts. They have attempts wise, they have 342 attempts this season. The team in second place, Arlington and Houston, have 317. So they definitely do pass the ball at the highest clip. But because of that, they rank last in completion percentage at 56%. But again, they're first in total yards, they're first in passing touchdowns by a pretty solid margin. This is a pass happy team. Comparing it to the style of run game that they have, they were fifth in the league in total yards on the ground. They were seventh and tied for dead last in rushing touchdowns across the league this year. They do not run the ball a lot. Even in per game stats, they do not. They rank fifth as well. They don't really run the ball compared to how much they pass. And that could definitely come back to bite them in this game, very similarly to how it did in the first meeting between these two teams. They lost 38-14, so DC is looking for some revenge on a neutral ground. But they do have a defense that can definitely step up when needed to. The total season stats don't really compare to what we saw in the game last week against St. Louis for their ground defense, which was a really, really good ground defense. But across the entire season as a whole, they were fifth ranked rush defense in the league, as well as being second to last. They were ranked seventh across the entire league in rushing touchdowns given up at 12. The only team with more than them was San Antonio, and they were the worst team in the league last year. Their rush defense can definitely perform better, like we saw last week in the conference championship game, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Same goes for their passing defense. It's not really anything special, it's about middle of the road, but it's still just something that you would like to see some improvement, similar to what we saw against St. Louis last week. They're fifth passing defense in terms of total yards. They have given up the third most passing touchdowns this season, and they just overall are in pretty middle of the road defense this year, despite how talented they very well can be, and they have shown that talent at moments this year. DC is a very complicated team. They're led by a potential MVP candidate in Jordan Teamu. Deion Jackson has ran the ball well at times, but again, for the most part, this is a pass-happy team. And that defense, it really, really is important for them to get pressure on that front end, and then they go from there. If they can't get pressure, they're not going to play well on the back end. But at the same time, they do rank first in sacks as a team this year, and it's one of those things where if they're gonna be able to get pressure, they're gonna have a good shot. But they're going against a quarterback on the other side who is not very easy to get sacked. And with that, let's talk about Michigan now. Going against the Panthers in this game, and the Panthers also very much deserve to be in this spot. I feel like no one's questioning that. It was announced before recording this that Bryce Perkins is going to win Offensive Player of the Year, and again, fully deserved it. This is not a team that really passes a lot. There are a really good run team. They rank second in the league in total yards on the ground. They rank second in rushing touchdowns. They rank second in per game averages, and they rank third in rushing averages. This is a team that likes to run the ball and can run the ball effectively. Toa Tawa has been a very nice surprise for them this year. So has Bryce Perkins and his legs, and even stuff that isn't counted as rushing stats. His mobility in the pocket and just how difficult he is to bring down is going to play a massive factor in this game. On top of it all, plus Perkins can even pass the ball pretty well. It's not something they do a lot. They rank sixth in the league. They rank fifth in the league in pass attempts, but they're a team that still ranks fourth in the league in total yards passing wise. They rank third in passing touchdowns. They're a team that can pass the ball if need be, but they do like to prioritize the run and RPOs. Their defense has also been a defense that's played incredibly well this year. They rank 5th in the league in sacks, and they rank, what was it, 5th in the league in interceptions as well. In terms of like specifically, like how they do against the pass and how they do against the run and all that, they rank pretty decently there as well. Their rushing defense is ranked first in the league. The fantastic rushing defense that they have there. That front seven has been incredible this season. And Breland Speaks has not even really been able to stand out at this point just yet. So he's playing really, really well. This pass defense definitely has some room to improve. But at the same time, it is still a fine pass defense. DJ Mills played well this year. Total yards wise, they rank last in the league, but they have had the ability to bend and not break as a defense this year. We saw that again. We saw that against Birmingham last week, kind of helped them got the win. But of course, there's also been moments this year where you really can't exploit them through the air. So it's going to be a really, really great test. I think that's the biggest test for this game. It's going to be Jordan Ta'amu and this DC pass offense against the pass defense of Michigan, on top of also the offensive line battle and all the trenches battle between the DC defensive line and the Michigan offensive line. Just all around going to be a really, really nice battle on multiple sides here. Again, when the first time these two teams met, it was a 38-14 victory for the Panthers. I'm going to say that continues, but that's going to happen. Maybe not again, but I do have the Panthers winning this game. Bryce Perkins is going to be the difference maker in this. For as much as much as I just said, that is going to be a battle between passing offense and passing defense for DC and Michigan. DC's pass rush, and Michigan's offensive line. Bryce Perkins is the difference maker. He has played incredibly well this year for Michigan. If he can continue to use his mobility to avoid sacks like he has done all year and extend plays and make some incredible plays and keep plays alive, Michigan's going to be just fine in this game. His mobility is going to open up every other facet of this offense. So with all that being said, bit of a long-winded one, I have the Michigan Panthers winning this game. Well, thank you all for tuning in. This is the last video that's going to be talking about the UFL until next season starts. After this, we'll begin coverage on the NFL offseason as we enter training camp and that season. So stick around, be greatly appreciated. Subscribe, leave a like, you know the whole drill. Comment down below who you have in the championship. And I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.